So today we have another review, and this is courtesy of Will. You've seen me do some reviews with him, and he thankfully sent a box of a bunch of beers from the other half release, the famous 6th anniversary, and they also sent some Game of Thrones swag. So yeah,
you got like what? You got like 3 t-shirts,
socks. Thank you so much.
Or 4 t-shirts, like 2 pairs of long socks, 4 pairs of like ankle socks, all Game of Thrones. I'm a pretty big Game of Thrones fan. Darwin tolerates it.
Yeah. We can talk about this beer. This is batch 1 was better. Obviously, a meme talking about everybody says, "Oh, I had that first. The batch 1 was always better." So, this is, I guess, the first batch of them doing a double IPA, 7.8%. It is brewed with Motueka, Nelson,
Idaho 7.
Idaho 7,
Cashmere. Simcoe? Oh, Cashmere.
Cashmere. So, beer. First of all, if this is your first other half beer.
Yay.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't clean this glass well again.
We should have done a rinse before the video, but it's fine. It won't affect the review ideally. Beer comes in a light to medium gold color, full on haze, yeah.
Almost kind of has like a peachy color to it.
Yeah. Nice, fluffy, tiny bubble head on that. Yeah, looks nice. Yeah, it's gonna be wrong.
I like how it sticks to the side of the glass.
Smells good. Oh, yeah. There's fresh bright fruit in here. There's orange peel, tangerine, pineapple, mangoes.
A lot of pineapple.
Hints of passion fruit.
Kumquat, passion fruit, star fruit even.
Yeah, really
it's
nice.
Just a lot of tropical
intensity.
But not like super orangey like a lot of people I think would assume orange. But there isn't really that much orange. It's more of like kind of some obscure tropical fruit aromas.
You get a little bit of rosy floral action.
It smells creamy even.
Yeah.
I'm salivating.
A little bit of light, kind of like almost like beet oat kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As you get in, it has a little bit more floral too, but a rosy kind of thing.
A little stuffy.
But nice tropical nose. Smells like proper New England. Smells great. It's been I think almost a year since I've had any other half. So. Okay, some good idea.
No, I mean this is good. It's kind of chewy. So like first thing I noticed is when it first hit my palate, right here, that jaw thing.
Hopping? Dryness.
Yeah, like it just the tartness almost.
Yeah.
Like it really like kind of made that like clench a little bit. I don't know how to explain it, but there was like that slight aching, you know.
It's got a little bit of dryness to it from the hopping. Nice, really creamy, velvety mouthfeel up front, but does dry out quite nicely. I also, because of how dry it is, I get a sense of the alcohol. 7.8%. This almost drinks like 8.59.
I don't agree with that.
It reminds me a little bit of, and there's a little bit of plastic key thing on the back end, possibly from water treatment. It reminds me a little bit of the Pariah beers we've had.
I don't think that this drinks above alcohol. I think there definitely is some astringency there, but I would relate it more to like dryness of citrus skin.
Yeah.
To me, more than alcohol. Like I think this drink's pretty true to the percentage, maybe even a little bit lower in my opinion if you look at it that way.
So as you drink it more, despite that creaminess, there's a little bit nice kind of like watery thing in the middle, where it's kind of like dries out, where it's not completely just chewy, sticky, and then it's also not dominated by astringency. You actually taste a little bit of that kind of like beer stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
On the fruits, it's not as intense as the aroma.
It's a flash in the pan right up front.
I get big, juicy mangoes, a little bit of pineapple, some of that maybe some apricot, citrus peel.
It's almost like overripe pineapple is the way I would describe it. It's like it's not as bitter as a fresh pineapple. It's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah. I don't know, I get sense of the alcohol. And nice and dry. What's your final impression and rating on this one? This is your first other half beer.
This is my first other half beer. But with that fact aside, this is actually pretty good. I don't think it's a secret that this is my favorite style of beer. With that being said, I don't think that this is as, fruit forward is the right way to describe it, as I would like, which is weird because I absolutely, in real life, despise fruit. I try to avoid it at all costs. I don't like fruit, but I like it in my New England style IPAs. I like the tropical fruit flavors, but I feel like this is kind of lacking a little bit because it's such a flash of fruit, and then just immediately kind of moves into that dryness that it's like slamming your head up against a wall. It just moves so fast. I think that kind of is like the only thing that really throws me off about this. Everything else about it, the mouthfeel, the intensity of other flavors, the dryness, those things I enjoy. Maybe it's a little bit too dry for me, but it's still not a bad beer. It's pretty well rounded in my opinion. Just kind of, I mean, and other factors besides the fact that there's no fruit in it. That being said, I'd still would rate this relatively high because it is pretty good. And it is impossible to get anything like this down here. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 93.
Canned 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Very good. 93. Okay. I'm in the range of that. It's higher though. Really good New England IPA.
Yeah, you're right. Probably more like a 95.
Just right there. I'm going to give it a 95 as well. It's not the most shocking beer. It's not the best other half beer I've had. It's just well constructed New England IPA. Honestly, it is not too far off from a lot of New Englands that I've had. I think some of the Ellipsis beers might even step up to this. Pry beers. I'm trying to think of other beers I've had recently. Brew Project was killer. Old Nation M43 was a killer. I wouldn't pick this out as like truly other half. Granted, I'm not the most familiar with their beers anymore, having been experiential of them like 6 years ago, not like 1 or 2 years ago. But still fantastic beer. Thank you so much, Will. Batch 1 was better. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.